Honestly, this seemed like a breeze. Like it was so quick. I can't wait anymore. Let me just, because I need my husband to be here now. Enough is enough. I received an email that says, "Oh, send his passport." I was like, "That was so quick." About 8 or 9 months ago, we actually were in touch with you guys, and we had appointments. We met one of your members, but then I don't know if you have read the review. People said, no, don't go with lawyers. Go to the congressman. They're the ones who can actually get you through this. So obviously, being not experienced enough and not knowing what to do, I listened to people, and I waited 9 months because the caseworker from Congressman Higgins' office sent 3 letters, which is every 90 days each. And it wasn't helping because the replies were the same. Life became meaningless, pointless, everything. Like I either had to decide, let me just like move to Bangladesh to be with him because this life means nothing. I can stay here, get my education done, work here, make money, but for what? If I don't know if he's coming or not, this life actually means nothing to me because it's more
Hmm.
about having him here, working on our family, buying the house we want, all this, the American dream, basically. But we can't have the dream completed if we're not together. So I had to make a couple of decisions. I was like, okay, enough is enough. Let me get things sorted. And that was the sort I needed to hire someone to actually help us out because I am clueless in this. He's clueless in this. My family doesn't have any experience in this. I imagine if we actually hired you probably 8 months ago, we wouldn't have appreciated the whole thing as much we appreciate now. So yes, that moment, that was like the oxygen we needed to breathe, and you guys are that oxygen.
What advice would you give to people who they have a case that's stuck, they're back where you were, and they're thinking, this lawsuit, that's not going to work. I'm just going to, do something else. What advice would you give them?
I think why people are afraid is the word lawsuit. They're like, okay, you're gonna do a lawsuit against the government agency and you think they're gonna be nice to you. No, don't do that. That's stupid. That's what people are afraid of. Like hiring a lawyer. Cost is one thing. The second is fear. Like you're not going against a simple person. This is the embassy that you're going against, the government you're going against. So that's not sort of fear kind of like tells people not to. But I'll tell people, don't be afraid, because if it's there for a reason. And because people, that person or that team or whoever is on the other side is not doing justice to you, we have means to actually get to them. Again, my recommendation to people would be do your own research. Don't listen to people, because I went online and I read, and I read the success rate and all of that, and how this is not even like, it's not something to be afraid of. It's just the right thing to do. So go ahead, people, do it. If anything, if your case is not eligible, Goldstein team always pays the money back and refunds you.
What's next for you?
He's coming this Thursday.
How are you feeling right now?
Nervous because I moved here. I have no family in Syracuse, and he'll be coming here. So usually, how the plan was to receive, give him that grand welcome, but it's only me now. So, but excited, nervous, all the things. Like finally, I'm starting life, but then I'm like, where do I start?
And where do you see yourself over the next year or two? Like what's next for the two of you?
Something more beautiful, because I'll be done by next year with school, and then we would be probably moving back to Buffalo with our family or settling here. That's, things that we have to wait to see how it goes. But yeah, now it's what we want to do. I know it has been delayed. The whole process has been delayed. Probably by now, if I think, we probably would have had 2 children, God knows. But now this is something we can go ahead and plan and actually work on our family, what we want next. Do you want him to go back to school right now, or like just I finish school and then we take a break, stuff like that. But this is something, now it's real. It's not like those thoughts in, overnight conversations where it doesn't make sense. Because every single time we would plan things on the phone and be like, I think we shouldn't even talk about that anymore because God knows when you're coming. So at the end, it was like, it's pointless because it's not going to come true unless you're here. So a lot of our conversations weren't real. They felt real, but they weren't real. But now they are because now he's actually coming here. So
Amazing. And it's this week?
he's coming this Thursday. Yes.
Unbelievable. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. I can only say that I am so happy for you and your husband. I'm so proud that we were able to help you along your journey. And I want to thank you for giving us a chance to help you.
Thank you so much. I shared my experience with a couple people. People are like, that's too quick. That's not how quick lawyer stuff works. It like at least if it was like 2 months after, I would believe that it's the lawyer. But I think it's just you're supposed to receive the email and you just hired the lawyer. I was like, yeah. Yeah, that's how I felt for the last 2 years too.
Well, I mean, you waited 2 years and then you hired us and then it came right away. And people look at that and they think, ah, the lawyer didn't do anything.
Yep. But cause me and my husband, we have been advocating. We're like, that's how that's how it's supposed to be. That's how quick it is. If your case is one of those cases which has just been ignored, then you get the attention you need so quickly that it becomes like surreal. You don't believe that it's the lawyer who has done it. You just think, oh, it probably was meant to happen at that moment. But then it's those people you listen to, and then you wait for another year, and nothing happens.
Right. It's just a coincidence that it got approved suddenly right after you hired us.
Heard us. Heard you
Right.
guys.
Well, I hear that, but what can you do? I mean, in the end, what's important is that you reached your goal, and that's what's important. And after
Yeah.
this week, this whole thing will be behind you.
Thank you for just making it so easy, so affordable, and quick.
Amazing.